We also had several themes we were discussing, such as identity, fear, loss, happiness, all these different themes, and we chose identity. So yeah, it was just a long process and iterating, and once we got into that particular theme, we were like, yeah, we kind of want to stay here. We like it. So that's accurate, right?
Yeah. I think students would really relate to the last one with, like girls, how they bully, they ignore, you know what I mean? Like that really would touch a lot of students.
Yeah.
And
that's a very accurate.
Where did you get the stories? Like, are they stories of your own, or
actually, why don't you answer that question?
Sure. Sessions in the community where we invited residents to come and just share a story. We let them know the theme, so we had them kind of ruminate on the idea ahead of time, and then we sat around with some wine and some cheese, because that's what we do, and just shared. Myself and Nadine actually opened up with our personal stories first, and then we just kind of round robin. Whoever felt comfortable shared, and we recorded, took notes. People shared pictures with us. It was a really moving experience.
You talked about going to different cities. What is your future plan? You have had this section of success. Do you plan on going back to this area of community and getting more stories, or are you moving on to other cities? What is your plan?
Well, yeah, go ahead, but go ahead. Because it's so big, we want so many things, and we want to touch many places, and definitely the idea to bring this to other places, not just here in New York State, but to the world, because like dream big doesn't cost anything. Yeah, that's something that definitely will, like getting the mission of the company is telling stories through movement. And that's what we really wanted to make an artistic, it's our artistic goal. So there's many stories everywhere and all the time. And so selecting a group of people and bringing this everywhere, that's in our plans, plus other things that we are working on, like workshops to get people more in touch with their emotions, and specific techniques that we have in the company, also bring it there. And we also have like clients that we customize events for them, but keeping always our mission, which is telling stories. Like we have the Surrealism Gala next week happening, and that's what we have outside the Bureau of Surrealist Inquiries. So this is a project that we were told to participate, but we did it with our touch. Like we are telling the stories from the surrealism, like from the art. We really dig into that theme, and then we always keep that in mind. So basically that's it with many things. We are planning to keep going, traveling, and bring these many places.
Do you guys have anything on the internet, like YouTube, any videos made yet?
Not yet. There's clips on our Instagram page.
Okay.
But this fine young gentleman right here is going to help us change that. But we have clips from rehearsals and whatnot on our Instagram page. But yeah, it's all this stuff where we're chugging along and we're like, okay, now we need a press kit, and we need videos, and we need fundraising goals, and we need, all this stuff now that we have kind of our feet under us a little bit better. So
it's a baby. It's an infant right now. We're not. I think we're crawling for sure.
We're crawling.
We're very, very much crawling.
So how do you find out a dancer's strength? Do you like have one dance and they all do it and you see their different abilities, or do they do their own dance when you first meet them? Like how do you find out what their strengths are?
I think we can both answer that. The audition process, which you never really told anybody in previous shows what that was like. For the audition, they had an application to fill out, but they were also required to choreograph a 30-second solo.
Oh, wow.
So they all had to be a choreographer, some of them for the first time probably, and that solo had to pertain to something personal to them. So they had to tell us a story through a quick solo in a short period of time. So that was one of our first ways that we got to know what their strengths and skill sets were. And then we also, during the audition process, had gram technique with Anna, we had improv with me, and we had choreography with Elena. So just that day, I think it was like a 6-hour day. Everybody was there doing solos, doing a class with Anna, doing a class with me, doing a class with Elena, and taking notes.
I videotaped everything
Yep.
so we could look back at
Yeah.
what we had after to make sure that everybody had a fair chance to see if somebody missed somebody else.
That would be a good fundraiser, sell your disc of the, no, seriously, people that like dance would love to see people's 30-second video.
But then, we continue training with them. So Anna does the technique and conditioning training with them. I do improvisation training with them. And throughout that process, we get to see their skill level. They've all grown tremendously. So we got to see the skill sets that they've had continue to grow, and then they've added new skill sets on top.
Is there a dance class that you recommend for that technique in the area? Do you teach like in the area? Like,
Well, I just teach for them.
right, but do
so
you
far.
know, like, say if I was interested in taking like modern dance, what area?
We can talk after this,
Yeah.
yeah. There's,
Yeah.
so far, like, Graham is not, I don't think in the area someone teaches that.
But yeah, she'd be a great person to talk to after the show.
Yeah, we can figure that out.
Are there other questions? Okay, well, thank you very, very much for coming to our show, and thank you to the Art Center, Whole Foods, the dancers, the rest of the team. We really appreciate the opportunity to share this with you, and if you felt anything from the show, then that's a success for us, and that's what we're trying to do, is remind you that people are walking around with stories, and that means something. So thank you.